COVID mutates and the Dow has the worst day of the year. Is this the beginning of the end? Let's talk about it. Hello everybody, Joe Orbit coming at you, and Black Friday saw the stock market have its worst day of 2021. The Dow Jones had over a 2.5% loss, while the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were right behind with about a 2.25% to 2.3% loss. Does this mean that the bull market is at the end? I don't think so. Look, these intra-year losses happen. As we can see, on average, we have about a 14% pullback during the year, even in some of our best years. So this has occurred before. Also, let's realize that all the indices are up for the fourth quarter, and we can see that all the indices are still significantly up for the year. Remember, all the indices are up for the fourth quarter. The Dow's up over 3%, the S&P about 6%, the NASDAQ's up over 9% still, even after Friday's loss. And we can see double-digit returns across all three indices for the year. So this happens, black swan events happen, and here's basically what we know. We know that COVID is going to mutate. We had the Delta variant, now we have the Omicron variant, and yes, they're using Greek letters to make it less confusing, but if you don't speak Greek, I guess it's still confusing. But we don't know much about this variant yet. How quickly does it spread? How dangerous is it to the vaccinated and the unvaccinated? We aren't sure, and the markets are simply overreacting. We've seen losses before this year. We've seen variants happen before. We've seen stock markets go up and down. This is not the beginning of the end. This bull market is not over. Could the markets fall farther next week? Of course they could. Could we see 5%, 8% pullbacks? Of course we could. Other reasons why I don't think that this bull market is at the end. We can see that our leading economic indicators, and here's 20 of them, are still about 95% in the green, which tell us for the next 6 to 9 months, we should see economic expansion. And I know economic indicators are not a 100% barometer of what's going to happen in the future, but take a look at the economic indicators in January of 2020. Now, this was when everybody was saying 2020 was going to be this amazing economic year. This was before COVID happened, and we can see that there were a lot of warning signs out there that a correction was coming. And for the last few months, all of our economic indicators, except for market valuation, political environment, and geopolitical risk, those are the only ones that are yellow. Everything else is in the green. Another reason why I feel this market is going to continue to grow. We won't know the extent of this variant for a few more weeks, probably. The markets, I doubt, will continue to overreact. Why? Because people are out there spending money. It's Christmas. We're seeing spending happening. We're seeing profits coming in. I still haven't talked to a single business owner that I know, and I know a lot of them that are out there saying, oh, this is terrible, this is horrible. Nobody's coming to my store. Nobody's coming to my restaurant. Nobody's buying my goods or services. People are spending money. People are out there participating in the economy. We are going to have pullbacks. This will happen again and again and again. Markets don't just go straight up. If they did, I would be really concerned. So don't let this worry you. We're going to see this again. Now, as I said in my last video, could the supply chain problem become an issue next year? Yeah, of course it could. But I fully believe we're going to finish out with a still positive year. I think this is just a blip. Black swan events, and just for those of you who don't know what a black swan event is, a black swan event is when something unexpected happens, like COVID last year, like the Delta variant, like the Omicron variant, like 9/11, and historically speaking, black swan events have never caused long-term destruction to the stock market. They're quick, they can be ugly, but you know what? We recover just as quick. We usually see a whiplash down and back. That's what I expect to see here. I still expect the fourth quarter to be great. People are going to keep buying. The market should keep improving. But as I always say, check back every week just to make sure that I'm right. I can't make predictions, but I feel like this thing is just temporary and we're going to see a great end of the year. If you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can see new videos out. Make comments below, positive, negative. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. And as always, I will see you next week.